So, if this video offends you, click that big, fat unsubscribe button below.
Did they have to put Trump all the way at the bottom? Fuck.
The place where I voted was actually a local elementary school. And I realized that I walked in there with my intelligence does not equal regurgitation t-shirt. So, why did I vote for Donald Trump? Well, number one, he opposed invading Iraq in 2003. In fact, he was one of the only major public figures saying, don't go in there, it's going to destabilize the Middle East. That's exactly what happened.
The war is a total disaster. It's a catastrophe, nothing less.
It's funny, people say Donald Trump is Islamophobic and hates Muslims. But what could be more Islamophobic than the systematic bombing and invading of a Muslim country, Iraq, in 2003? People don't know what they're talking about. Plus, it shows that Donald Trump is not a crazy, unhinged warmonger. People say he's the next Hitler, World War III. He had the temperament, he had the foresight, he had the sober-mindedness to know to not go into Iraq. This is not some unhinged tyrant. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Number two, his willingness to be politically incorrect. Now, no, I'm not voting for him because he's politically incorrect, but being politically incorrect is a pointer, an indicator of something deeper about his personality and who he is at a deep level.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
He would not be politically incorrect if he wasn't a more authentic and genuine person. Political correctness is what politicians do because they're afraid of losing voters. Political correctness is what politicians do when they're afraid of losing support, because if they were to be true to who they truly are, it might offend people and people might not show up to support them. The fact that Donald Trump was willing to be politically incorrect tells you that he's actually expressing something authentic and genuine. You know, some morons have been saying, oh, Donald Trump, he's so politically incorrect. He's not presidential. Oh, he's not presidential. That's a good thing, you fucking dummies. Because you want to know what presidential has meant for the past 100 years in this country? It meant a two-faced, fake politician. Empty suit, empty promises. Who's more concerned about not offending people than he is about actually speaking his fucking mind. And then what happens? You vote for a guy who was being presidential and fake, and then he turns around and he does the exact fucking opposite. At least with Trump, you know what you're fucking getting. Number three, Donald Trump is not a career politician, and Donald Trump actually has experience in the real world. Bernie Sanders is some university-pampered intellectual who's never done anything in his life other than fucking rewrite laws and pass legislation. Congratulations, silly. That's not an accomplishment. That's where weak boys. Politics and government is where weak boys go to serve their corporate masters to get a sense of empowerment and accomplishment and some money at the same time. All right? Government, if anything, is an extension, a byproduct, a consequence, an effect of the economy where true wealth is generated. So the government just latches onto that to serve the interest of corporate and economic forces in order to get a little bit of money. Donald Trump has real world experience. He's actually had to do gut-wrenching deals. He's actually had to go out there and face powerful men all around the fucking world who just have this capacity to assert themselves that if you're not a grounded, accomplished, confident person, you will literally get raped by their eye contact alone. Could you imagine Bernie Sanders face to face with Vladimir Putin? Vladimir Putin would rape Bernie Sanders with eye contact alone. Number four, he's self-funding his own campaign. It is quite ironic that the only way to actually get a president who was going to do what he says is that he had to have been a billionaire businessman who had so much money he could fund his own presidency and thus not be beholden to the special interests and donors who make his campaign possible. It's fucking ironic as hell. But that's the only way it was ever going to work. Because the political system is literally bought and paid for. It's literally bought and paid for. So if you were to go out there and run for a presidential candidacy of some sort, you would not be able to get anywhere because the only way you can even have a chance is if you took millions of dollars from people who want to control you by putting a leash around your fucking neck. The final primary reason that I voted for Donald J. Trump is because he's going to bring an end to the disgusting double standards that have existed for so long. America, the United States, this collective region we call a country, has been the butt end of a joke about double standards now for decades. America does not run its country the way other countries do. Other countries are unabashedly self-interested. It's like, yeah, we're going to worry about ourselves and fuck you. Meanwhile, this country, because we have to be politically correct, because we have to be nice, because we have to get on our knees and beg for apologies, America has allowed itself to get fucking bullied and trampled over. This is why Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, literally had a temper tantrum because Donald Trump suggested that Mexico was going to pay for the wall. Why was Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, so angry when Donald Trump said that? Hey, Vicente Fox said, we're not going to build a fucking wall. He got angry. He cursed literally. He's angry because America is supposed to be the little pushover bitch around the world that everyone could just trample over and take advantage of. And people get angry. People don't like it. And you want to know what other double standard is going to be ended? The racist double standard that white Americans in this country have had to deal with for so long now. It's like I said on Twitter the other day. Donald Trump is a white guy who acts with the same unabashed self-preservation that quote-unquote minorities always have. That angers people. It does. White people are supposed to apologize. Now, am I white? Some people say I'm not white. I am technically, culturally, ethnically from Cuba. People say genetically I'm white. I don't know. I'm a second-generation Cuban immigrant. Someone pay for my DNA test and maybe we could figure it out. But I do know that if you're a white American, European, Caucasian, purebred white American, you have had to allow yourself to get trampled over for so many fucking years. Because everything you do is racist. And honestly, the cutting edge of racism in this country, it ain't coming from white people. It's coming from fucking minorities. You know, with the whole black people can't be racist. Well, when you walk around through life believing black people can't be racist, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be a fucking racist idiot. So I see minorities as being much more racist. So yeah, that's why I voted for Donald J. Trump. And again, if you're a butthurt little boy and this video offends you, then go right on ahead and click that unsubscribe button down below, little boy. Click it, baby. Unsubscribe, little boy.
Oh shit. It has arrived.
Smitty, get out of the way, boy. Your beard will thank you. Grow your beard. And so we have our beard comb. And of course, the legendary beard oil, baby.
So there it is, guys. Dollar Beard Club. Grow your beard. Check out the link below.